Get right. My man.
What's going on?
What's going on? Get right.
Man, look here, I have to be moving around to get to where I can be in a location where I can come do this right here without anybody ever coming up fucking with me.
I don't be fucking with it. Do you do it?
Every time I sit down to eat, here come a motherfucker standing in my face. Like he want me to suck his dick or she want me to eat
no,
his pussy.
Paul Charlemagne.
And, they be sex playing a motherfucker.
And
I don't know, the bus drivers do too.
The bus drivers?
Bus drivers.
Male or the female? It's got to be the female.
Both of them. But
What?
The female like to see me work out. They rocks off like that. What
Right.
I just got to do it. But the male,
Charlemagne?
hey, that motherfucker be like they on dick, man.
What?
They on dick.
Come on, man.
They get mad when a motherfucker turn like me. I cuss a motherfucker. I get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Not that you against that, but that ain't your thing.
Hey, I'm not against it.
Right.
But I don't go out promoting it.
Right.
I'm not trying to like stalk a motherfucker.
Right.
That's what they be doing, stalking.
I got a question. A lot of people, Donald Trump got a lot of people hating on the Mexicans, right? And I don't understand that because I feel like Mexicans are some of the hardest working people. How do you feel about Mexicans in our country and them coming over here wanting to work and make an honest living?
Well, I have no problem with it. As long as, like, you know, they follow the laws like we do.
Right.
They God's children just like we are.
Right.
We all created by the same maker.
Exactly.
And if I go to Mexico, I should be able to go over there and live just like I live over here.
Right.
No matter what you are. They should embroider me, you know.
Right.
They should bless me.
Right.
You king. You mighty king. And they should let these people come over here and work. Look at that, save some money over here.
Right.
And look at that, because we want we want $20 an hour.
Right.
They'll get down for $5.
Right.
You think they ain't want to save $15?
Right.
See, that's what Donald Trump, he want all the goddamn money for himself so he can tax. That's
Right.
the tax bracket, see.
Right.
These people get all this money. IRS, you know, ran by the government.
Yes, sir.
IRS will go back and tax all these motherfuckers because the Mexicans, they ain't no tax return.
They ain't no tax
They under the table.
Oh, I got a question. If you had to move, because I asked one of my friends a question, who worked the hardest? If you had a sofa, you had to move, and you had to get it done in an hour, would the Mexicans do it?
Man, look at that. They two of them. Come on.
Oh.
Hey, oh, boy, come on. We need that. Come on. That boy, you couldn't even understand what they be saying, man. Come on. Hurry, come on, man. Come on, we got to eat. We feed the baby.
Right.
See, they got to feed me. Look here. One thing I noticed about Hispanics, they'll get one house.
Right.
There could be 14 in the family.
Right.
They'll buy one house.
Right.
All of them in that house.
Right.
They ain't kicking ass. They ain't cussing each other out. They ain't not taking care of their stuff.
Right.
And soon, like, they get all of them working together. So they get enough money, they gonna get another house.
Right.
They get up with 14 motherfucking houses.
14 houses.
One for every goddamn body.
God.
That was started out in that goddamn house. That one house. That's how Hispanics think.
Oh, my God. Yo,
Black folks, they want this house, they want that house, and another house. And they want the one you living in.
What?
They ain't satisfied. Never. Black people ain't never satisfied with just enough. They want the world. And like the white people now, I'm going to go hit them too.
Right.
They want to control. Janet Jackson said it best. Control.
Yes.
And then Keith Sweat came out and said, nah, y'all twisted. So you have to listen to them lyrics, man.
Listen to the lyrics.
Hey, look at her. And the OJ say, we are, who was that? We, Sister Sledge. We are family. And we all are family.
We all are family. The blacks are families, the Hispanic are families.
This is what happened. See, some of the men down the road, up the road before us, they started sticking their dick in some of them. They went over.
Oh, no.
They went over to them foreign lands.
What?
And they started raping them women, fucking them, taking their all and they bring them back as slaves and shit.
Right.
And they started fucking them. That's what Jefferson Davis did.
Oh.
He got kids by slaves.
Right.
That Jefferson Davis, that motherfucker, like, look at her. He got a child, black child.
Right. Us.
Yeah.
Right.
And he got to take care of us.
And he got to take care of us.
And they trying to keep it well, we don't rise up to get in front of them. See?
So what you're saying is we want our reparations, right?
Right.
And guess what? When we get our reparations, we all can sit back and say my favorite phrase, I'm rich, bitch! Get right, let's go.
Right. Like, hey, man, look at I'm out here, man. Like, I'm going to fix me a little salad, man, a little fruit bowl. I got me some stuff in here, some oats and stuff like that, some fruit. I'm trying to eat healthy, man.
Right.
And they see what it make me do. You come out here and make me jump. I'm down now. I'm going to jump over that. Instead of standing up on top, I need me some coffee. I'm waiting on mama. I come up here all the time just to get a cup of coffee.
Hey, get right. You got to close us out, man. The streets love you, man. I'm telling you, when I say they love you, they love you. And if they don't think you're going to be on this show, they upset. We're going to get you in the studio, and we're going to interview you, and we're going to always do everything to get right.
That part right there.
Hut. Should have one.
I'm trying not to interrupt.
Hey,
I'm trying not to interrupt.
yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. It's Black Cat.
I'm trying not to
Donnell Rawlings
If I try not to interrupt. I'm trying not to interrupt. Man.
I'm rich, bitch. Yo,
like whatever this is.
Hold on, let me slide like 6. Put the lights on and then we're good. That's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
That's a great idea. That's what
idea.
Hollywood. That's what they do in Hollywood. That's what they do in Hollywood. That's why. Yo, I think an idea of I have fun watching people, not live, but I have fun watching people watch us with our podcast.
Yeah, it's so much
You know,
fun.
doing a live premiere for some reason, the live premiere, it's fun for me, but it's interesting because people don't really they think, but they don't think. They're like, wait a minute, how am I watching it right now? And they texted me at the same time because we recorded it. Let me explain it, America. Let me explain what a live premiere is. A live premiere, for us, a live premiere is we recorded the episode, but we're premiering it in front of a live audience.
I think we should say we are doing a live chat so people aren't confused.
I say that.
They still get confused.
So you don't think so? You don't think I say that?
No, Donnell.
I'm saying, why you don't think I think? That's my question. Why you don't think I
I
think?
mean, sometimes.
That's not ever a problem.
Okay.
I'm not even going to argue with you today.
We don't got to argue.
The reason why we're not going to argue because I see you got your little new hair. I see you got your little new.
Whatever.
I see you got your little new flow. I see you feeling flawless. You feeling like those chicks. You feel like those chicks. Man, when chicks got their shit, what is it called? What do you do to hair? Do you slay hair?
Yeah, I mean, the
You slay it.
terminology, you can be slayed. I get a blowout.
First off,
so this is a blowout.
first off, I'm upset with this already because even the way you communicate with your hands is totally different. When you got your baseball cap on backwards like this, you like, yo, y'all gonna stop fucking with me. Yo, that's when you knew, yo, on some real shit, stop fucking with me, son. You know what I'm saying? When your shit is slayed or flowing.
Laid. It's called laid.
Laid. Okay? When your hair is laid, you get a different attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what they call a Dominican blowout?
Yeah.
It is a Dominican blowout?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what a Dominican, if y'all don't know, the women know, especially from New York.
Mm-hmm.
Women from New York, you know this. And I'm not going to say nappy-headed what Don Imus got. I'm not going to say it. No. What's fucking funny, son? What I'm saying is that I'm not going down that road.
You said Don Imus.
Yo,
called him
Don,
out.
I ain't say nothing, son.
Right.
I said I'm not going down the Don Imus
Please.
road.
Please
Okay?
don't.
What I will respect is I understood. No, listen. I understood what he was trying to say.
Right.
I think everybody that saw the picture was like, I see where he's getting it. I know it's some people like,
You're so wrong.
yeah, maybe wrong wordplay. You know what I'm saying? I know it's some
Right.
people look at that picture like, you know what I mean? Because like, you just can't call people nappy-headed.
Yeah, no, you didn't say
Period.
that.
Wait, what?
I said period.
No, there's, what?
Period.
You can call somebody nappy. Is nappy offensive?
I would
This
say
is
so.
offensive. Is this offensive? This offensive? What is this right
the
now?
whole look is offensive.
Oh,
but-
that's so fucking disrespectful. All right, what I'm saying is, this is the part with that whole Imus thing, and I don't want to. I'm gonna get back to that. Is that is nappy headed? Is that if you say somebody you got nappy hair, that's offensive?
Yeah, I would say so. It's coming from a white man.
steroids.
I think if you're like your hair's a little nappy, is different than saying like
that's the white man you speak of.
Is
Is this the white man? No, I'm just saying. Is this? It's so funny. Is this the white man that we speak of? If he's saying it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it.
So how would he say it as a white man? How
say
would
coarse hair or coarse?
coarse sounds
That's
nappy
the
as shit?
Hair.
that's
I
the-
would just say hair.
Coarse
But
on.
white people don't
Your hair's
really know
thick.
the difference.
Okay,
I don't know the
everybody. Can I say this? Coarse, referring to a black person, is the same as saying nappy headed.
No,
I don't
think
that's-
so.
No,
No.
that's the
Because doesn't
actual term.
nappy headed actually have like roots in? Isn't it, where'd it come from? The word nappy.
It's derogatory.
It's
Nappy
derogatory.
roots.
I think it's derogatory, isn't it? It sounds
I'm
derogatory.
just saying nappy roots. Let that marinate.
It's very much derogatory, dude.
Okay.
So you were saying
I was saying, how do we get to this part of the?
the
My
Dominican
lady-
blowout.
yeah,
The
Oh, the
Dominican
Dominican
blowout.
blowout. But okay, and I said I'm not going to go down the Don Imus route.
No.
But I know. I've dated a woman from Brooklyn, New York, all day, every
Mhm.
day. She wore Timbs. She had jeans. She loved all of Jay-Z albums, and she liked cold Pepsi Cola and Newports. Okay, so then Don Imus would already sum that up as right, but not that. And she had what you call coarse, right? And we call nappy. That's offensive. She didn't have nappy hair, but she had coarse hair,
Thick,
thick. She had thick hair. It was naturally thick hair
unmanageable.
and unmanageable hair. And when her hair was unmanageable,
Yeah.
she would, the communication she had with me, she was like, "Hey, babe. Hey, what you say? Hey, baby."
Hey, baby.
All of that, right? I don't know if she didn't have the hair confidence, right? But when she went up to fucking Washington Heights and got that Dominican blow, and the Dominican blowout is only like $20, right?
Yeah. So cheap.
Man, the attitude, she had the attitude, just like your attitude right now.
Mm-hmm.
I went from baby to what? What?
You said
Everything?
something?
Yeah, everything was what happened anyway. You say that to say what? So what is it that? I guess it's the same we talked about in the last episode. I guess when you feel like your shit is tight up to par, that's when you feel like the most confidence.
Absolutely.
You know. But it was so fun. I mean, and any women that I know, any women that listen to this right now that are from New York, you know the confidence.
Mm-hmm.
What is so special about? Why is it like Dominican? What is so special, and what do they do to make them like the leaders in
Because
blowouts?
It's their process, and they do doobie. You know what a doobie is, right?
What?
When you wrap.
Oh
you
yeah.
guys wrap with the pin,
Oh
you
man,
say
the
it
worst
before.
joint about them doobies
What?
is fucking with you with a doobie, nigga. It ain't the same, son. Yo, it's
something
almost
about
like your man's and them is going down on you, son. That doobie with no makeup or nothing, and they give you that head just like they just want you to go to sleep and just stop fucking with me. You know, it's different levels of head, right?
Yeah.
It's like a lot of women don't respect the different heads you can give. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a mouth that you be like all excited about, but the mouth like, yo, I'm telling you that motherfucker, you just came in from the club and you fucked up. As soon as she hear that key come in, she like, ah. I mean, as soon as they hear that, ah, right, and they, you know, you ain't mad at the dude. He's a good guy, or whatever, and you might have to partake, but that's because that's what his interest is right now. Man, that doobie knob, is the worst knob ever, son. They even look up at you different, son. They
Because
like,
we don't want to sweat it out.
yo,
We
they
just
don't
got
want-
it pressed. Like,
and they know
that's
they
the
got,
worst.
and they know they got a doobie on. So they're like, I know you getting a doobie. No, you
It
get-
is what it is.
It is what it is. Don't look at me like that. And even a look up is awful. It's like, you trying to read this. I'm so sorry. Ma, I apologize. But Ma, I know you had a doobie back in the day too. Don't play. You know, and they look up at you like, ah. And you looked at them like, yo, son, you about to rob me? But what is it so dope about what the Dominicans do with their hair?
It's just the process. They blow it out. It's the deep conditioning.
So
it's
why
the blow dryer.
black women can't do that?
I think black women.
Why? My question
I
is,
think the food's here.
my question is, why are the Dominicans are in the forefront of hair blowouts?
The
Derek, can you answer that
Their
question?
I
process.
cannot
I'm answering
answer
it.
that.
The process in
Oh.
which they do the hair. So it's the deep conditioning. It's the blowout. They use a comb and they use a round brush,
Right.
and they blow out with with a blow dryer.
Okay,
It's really hot.
maybe you're not understanding my question.
The food is here.
I understand the question.
I gotta answer this.
All right, you gotta understand. Well, you answer. How do you mute her? All right. Okay, talk to her. My question is, I understand. Javante, you can still look at me. You can't look at me?
Yeah.
I understand the question.
I'm sorry. I have to hang up now.
Did they come? It wasn't the fucking food people? Motherfucking women are hungry. They stop all that. You see how she stopped the whole podcast? When women are hungry, everything stops right now.
And I didn't want you to yell at me.
Yo, but you wanted me to yell at me because you was like, the food's here. My question is this.
Why are they at the forefront? Because of the process. That's why. Because they do it better than the Black Americans.
Okay, so why can't Black Americans learn the process? I'm saying like this. Why ain't nobody steal it? Everybody else, why ain't anybody steal the process and learn to do it just as good as them? Or are people just connected to the fact that it doesn't got to be a Dominican bitch to do it?
They just do it the best, but I think the African Americans, they use a process. It's a silk press. It's similar, and it gets the hair the same.
So Black people can't afford a silk press. That's what you're saying.
No, Black people do the silk press. Like Black salons do silk presses, whereas the Dominicans, they do a blowout.
And dude, why Mexicans don't do it?
I don't.
Mexicans do anything. That's what I don't understand. Why is there not Mexicans are the most yob having motherfuckers ever. Yo, they got yobs. Yo, if you look at everybody in America who has the most yobs or works the hardest for a yob and will do almost any yob, it's the Mexicans.
Yeah.
Why the Mexicans ain't steal the Dominican blowout shit and that's their new yob?
Well, they have different. Most of them have a different hair texture, so it's a different process to straighten their hair. They can just flat iron their hair. Whereas, like, I'm, Trinidadian, so my hair is mixed with different things, and it's a different process.
I think Mexicans are the forefront of everything that has anything to do with men. Nah, no disrespect, just labor. The motherfuckers work hard as shit. I haven't heard
Ricardo in here.
I haven't. Oh shit! I'm sorry, Ricardo. Hey, Ricardo, I'm sorry. I forgot we had a Mexican nigga here already, son. But let me tell you, you know why? Let me tell you how my story is true about Mexicans with yobs. Ricardo works for the Improv, right? And he's the only motherfucker working. Not here, the whole fucking block. I'm talking about it ain't a nigga nowhere. It ain't nobody. But Ricardo is working his yob.
Yes.
And I don't even know if he know it. This is what I think. I don't even know if he getting paid to do the yob. But he's like, I gotta go fucking do a yob. You know what I'm saying? What do you do? What are you doing during this quarantine? Let these niggas in to do the podcast. That's my motherfucking yob. They don't complain. I'm telling you. I know this is so wrong, right? Mm-hmm. But I know it's so true. Whenever for some reason, a lot of my friends are moving at this time, right? And they were like, can you help me move? I was like, nope, it's Corona. I'm like, and I feel so wrong, but I was like, you gotta get some Mexicans.
Thanks for helping me.
Right, listen, I ain't help you with shit. I told you where you could get some Mexicans. Right. That's what I did.
That's what I need.
I didn't lift a motherfucking thing, you know what I'm saying? And it was so funny, and I know this is so wrong, man. But like, I was like, and then it was another person asked me for help, right? Mm-hmm. And then they was like, the first thing was like, they wasn't against getting a Mexican. They didn't know where to get them, right? They wasn't like, when I said you got to get a couple of Mexicans, they wasn't like, I can't believe you would say that. That's so wrong and racist of you, Donnell. Nobody responded. They was like, where can I get a Mexican? Where can I get a couple of Mexicans? Where are the Mexicans? I was like, I know a Mexican world is going to be upset with me right now. Okay. All right, Deary, be honest right now, son. Deary, be honest. If you had to go get a Mexican.
Yep.
All right, be honest.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Okay.
No, I'm going to ask you a question just like this.
Ask me.
If you had to get a Mexican,
right,
where's the first place you going to go?
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to count to 3, and we're going to say it at the same time, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Home Depot! What?
I said Mexico.
No! Oh my... Nigga, ain't no Mexico.
All right, Home Depot.
Yo,
Home Depot. Home
yo,
Depot. You
son, who the fuck goes to Mexico to get a straight Mexican?
We
Nigga?
are in Mexico.
Yo, nigga,
True.
we don't want them Mexicans like that. We want the what? Yo, just think about it.
David.
Okay, listen, David. The reason why we don't want the Mexicans in Mexico, right? Because they don't want to work as hard as the niggas just snuck over here, son. Yo, I know this is wrong, son. You got two Mexicans, right? You got a Mexican that too lazy to fucking sneak across the border.
No, you were so wrong.
They don't have the relationship or the money, because that coyote life. Whoa, nigga. Yo, you know yo, coyote. Yo, Ricardo, I'm sorry. How do you pronounce it? Coyote.
Coyote.
Yeah, nigga, coyotes. They getting like, they get like coyotes. I know, Ricardo, I'm not saying that's how you got here, right? But just on average, the price, like I'm just saying, you know this numbers in the streets. In the streets, you need to get a Mexican nigga from Mexico, and you ain't even got to get him like to New York or nothing. You just got to get him over, right? It's got like wherever the first place of, you just got to get them over, right? Okay. Maybe coming in 1985, what would be the average? Let's take it back because I want to see inflation and shit. In the late 90s, right? What would be the price to get a motherfucker over? 10,000 in 97?
No, in the thousands.
There's no way.
In
In the thousands? 3,000. Your mama had a coyote? Yo,
Coyote.
Coyote.
yeah,
Coyote.
coyote. So here's the thing. But so do they get paid for the attempt, or they get paid like, is it like this? This is the number one. Is it like this? Wait a minute, hold on. That's right, everybody. I know you're trying to get to America. I know you want to get to a place where the land and the free. You've been working here for a long time, and some of the opportunities don't exist there. You're sick of the cartels. You're sick of keeping your kids and your family in danger. You say, I want to take that pilgrimage to America. But guess what, guys? I don't know how to get there. What do I need? You need a coyote! Some people are going to ask, what's the price of a coyote? Coyote. In 97, we came with the fact there was about $3,000. Pretty sure that number is up right now. What, Ricardo, would you say is the magic number to get a motherfucker from Mexico to Home Depot? Let's go. Hold on. $5 grand? 5 grand.
It must have gone up more than that. If it was 3.
And I'm not beefing. And listen. The
gotta
Mexicans.
be more than
Listen. I want to say this.
Really? But I mean,
Can I say this, everybody?
it's
Yeah.
easier to-
This is to the Mexicans.
Mhm.
I love you, motherfuckers. This is from my heart. And I think Mexicans, especially in the Trump administration, are getting a bad fucking rap. He built this platform off of saying what they were. They was this, they was that. It's them motherfuckers in every fucking neighborhood. And then our president, and I ain't picking no political side thing, but our president had his base mad as shit. Like mad. Motherfuckers, I hate Mexicans, right? This one motherfucker said to me, I said, what is it that you hate about Mexicans? He said, I tell you what I don't like about Mexicans. This is his voice. I tell you what I don't like about them goddamn Mexicans. They keep coming over here and they're taking all the goddamn jobs. I said, motherfucker, that's what the fuck you supposed to do to a job.
Exactly.
You supposed to take a job. Don't nobody fucking give you a goddamn job. Give you a job? A job wouldn't even, let me tell y'all something. A job wouldn't even make it in the hood. Nigga. A job wouldn't even make it in the hood. A job would be, a job in the hood. A job would be in the nigga bedroom. Be shaking, nigga, wake up, nigga, get up. Wake up, nigga, get up. Who is it? I'm a job. A brother be like, nigga, if you don't get out my face with that bullshit, nigga, I thought you was the weed nigga, motherfucker. Ain't nobody getting up for no fucking, no job.
Most of the jobs that Mexicans do, like, we don't want to do.
That's the fucking problem with fucking America.
Yeah.
That's the fucking problem with selfish ass motherfucking Americans. Because motherfuckers, right, they want to live a certain way, right? But that don't necessarily mean that they want to put the work in to live a certain way. Right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers want motherfucking handouts. A lot of motherfuckers are like, okay, I went to school for this and that. My education would require me, I'm supposed to have a certain job. I'm not getting it. And you fucked up about it.
I'm
But
first generation, so my
First
family,
generation what? You ain't no Mexican
American.
though.
No, but
Oh yeah. Yeah, man,
immigrants-
yeah, you ain't out.
immigrants, we
Can I
come
talk
over
about the
here.
Mexicans?
Sure. I'm just saying.
I know I was just talking about the Mexicans.
Saying.
I'm just saying.
Immigrants come over here to work hard.
And that's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
The motherfuckers come over here
Mm-hmm.
to fucking work hard. And what they do, what I know, I was trying to say it. What I'm saying is certain people, not just Mexicans, but fucking immigrants in general. When immigrants come over here, of course they want to live a certain life, whatever. But if that life they can't give for themselves, they will fucking work their ass off to provide for their fucking kids. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's so many motherfucking successful stories of immigrants. And you see this successful motherfucker, he went to this fucking Ivy League school, he had all these opportunities, and they say, I'm from an immigrant family, right? And you're like, wait a minute, how the fuck this happen? Because you got these motherfuckers, people that come over here, and like you said, certain jobs. Americans, I gotta have this certain job. But they be like, I would love that job. That job does not exist. So what I want to do, I'm gonna bust my ass. I'm gonna bust my ass. I'm gonna do whatever it fucking takes. I'm gonna work my fucking ass off. I'm gonna bring this shit home. We're gonna save it, and I'm gonna give my kids a better opportunity. And a lot of motherfuckers do that. So how can you I know that America is overcrowded. I understand all this type of shit, but you got to have some understanding for a person that has work ethics and a person that wants to work for it. And that's it. Some of my closest motherfucking friends, Mexicans like a motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
And they got jobs. Only people, I'm gonna tell you, here go people that got the most jobs. You mad at me?
No.
You are mad at me.
I'm not mad.
No, you mad. You
I'm
mad?
Just listening. I'm just
So you
listening.
mad? You big mad?
You
big
mad when I don't talk, and then when I do talk, you interrupt me. So I'm gonna just.
Is you dumb
Donnell's-
or stupid or dumb?
It's the Donnell Rawlings Show.
No, she mad. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not mad. I was just
You are
telling
mad.
my story. My family works hard. Like my parents came over here for the dream, and they took whatever job they could get.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
they're still not Mexican.
So they're still immigrants.
No, but Mexican immigrants is different
How is it different?
because I've never seen your people at the Home Depot. I just talk about the Mexican Home Depot niggas. I love them motherfuckers, son. Them motherfuckers will pull up on
They got
you.
the grind.
Yo, them
That's what you're
motherfuckers.
talking about.
Yo, they'll pull up on you, and damn, I hate to say. I'm gonna say this. I was in a situation I helped somebody move, right? And then the motherfucking Mexican, they told me the price, right? They told me the price, and I usually negotiate. I negotiate with a lot of people. I negotiate with crackheads. You know what I'm saying? Not negotiate, but you know what I'm saying? Like street, I negotiate shit. Yeah. This dude gave me a price, right? And I didn't even negotiate. I don't know what, maybe I'm wrong or whatever, because I felt like the price he gave me was fair. I felt like the price he gave me was fair, right? And I felt that the money that I'm getting ready to give him, in my heart, I never felt like a motherfucker like, yo, we partying, we about to turn the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I knew that money was going back to his fucking household. I knew it. I could just feel it. And then I was thinking, I was like, 'cause sometimes you get like deals on certain shit and they be like, they don't have their shit together. Man, these motherfuckers had their shit together. They had extra boxes. They had tape. They had the little rug shit. They had the so-and-so shit. They had everything. But what they didn't know, that this move required going through a long and like from one spot to the next, it was empty. They looked like they was about to get over on me. They like, oh, this nigga, this move easy as shit. Nigga, the truck right here. Boom, nigga, yo, let's go get some Corona right now, nigga. This gonna be quick. They could see where they was taking the shit. Them motherfuckers was like, whoa, we have a yacht. This y'all gonna be over in an hour. That was at the first location, nigga. And I knew they was like this. This is interstate move. I was like, yeah, they was like, oh, this is gonna be sweet. So if we going to the next, they had the original location. Then this one they got amped too, because the original location and the new location was only another block away. I was like, nigga, we about to be out of here. I know they was like, oh, nigga, this about to be the easiest job ever. Right? got to the motherfucking spot, they start looking around. They try to find these elevators and shit, right? It was one elevator. And that one elevator is one of them complexes where you go through this long ass hallway, right? And then, man, they went from happy to like, yeah. The motherfucker, they didn't want to ask for no more money. They was like, my friend. they start, you know, they start doing ESL charades. You know what ESL charade is, Ricardo? You know ESL charades is when you don't know all the words, you know just a little bit. So you gotta act out all the words you don't know. Like a hallway becomes Yo, I'll tell you, you know what it was normally like. I look at the hallway, I was like, cause when I walked in, I was like, God damn, this is a long motherfucking hallway, right? But that was, and then I made eye contact. So once you make eye contact, then it's validated with okay. You know, like you gotta, when they get you hooked, you gotta switch it. Like you got that word close. Like, all right, we gonna start from here. He like the hallway. I'm like hallway. Okay, you know the hallway, and the truck. The truck, the hallway is very long. He didn't say, nigga, I need more money. He just said it's very long. Right? I was like this, yeah, you thought you was getting ready to get me. Right? He was like, very long. And I felt bad, you know, because I was like, God, that is a long-ass hallway, right? So I put money on top of it. Make everybody happy. And I know it's so fucked up. You can't do that. You're taking work away from other people who want to work. Yo, when I went to that U-Haul place, I ain't seen not one nigga. No. I ain't seen not one Asian. I ain't seen not one Jamaican. I ain't seen not one nothing but motherfucking Mexican men's in them that wanted to fucking work.
You know what's interesting though? Because people say that they're taking jobs away, right? Yeah. That's like the whole thing. But where do you draw the line on that? Like if you're a rapper and you're out there hustling CDs, you're taking jobs away from someone that has a record contract, right? But no one, you don't bitch about that. That's hustle,
you're not taking,
right?
you're not taking jobs away from someone that has a radio contract. You just getting your hustle and your grinds almost by any means necessary. I don't like.
Isn't it the same though?
You mean if it's an artist that produced their own music or other music?
I'm just saying in general, other aspects of like those guys are taking jobs away from people, moving companies. But what if you're like, you know, you're making a candle, you don't have a candle.
I don't know if they were taking jobs from moving companies.
I agree.
They're creating a job.
No, I agree. I agree with that. I'm saying the people that are saying, you know, the people that say that they're taking jobs away, I'm saying I can't agree with that. They're not taking jobs away. They're creating a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't agree with it either. Yeah. I don't agree with the fact that you're mad, you're complaining about something that you don't want to do, not even considering doing it, and it's beneath you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I understand that you can't just come to this country like that. I know it's a process you have to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But you know, and I think that that's what the issue a lot of people have morally. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, America is built off of immigrants. You know what I'm saying? It's
and
like
breaking the rules as well.
And man, America, we break fucking rules all the time.
Yeah.
And this has nothing to do with my dislike. I love Mexicans. In fact, there's a Mexican that just came home. Tekashi 6ix9ine. Right. Is he 100% Mexican?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think I don't know. What anyway.
I thought he was Puerto Rican.
Nah, that nigga Mexican like a motherfucker. But you know backstory. Tekashi 6ix9ine was a big hip hop artist that got his claim to fame by trolling.
He's a rat.
People say that, but you know, he created a buzz for himself by being a troll. You know, whether you like his music or not, with the youngins, it hits. They like it.
Yeah.
They like it. They like it in the strip clubs. They like his shit. And I got to be quite honest. The shit is catchy as shit. You know, so He was hanging with this notorious gang, the Treyway. What was it?
Yeah.
What were they? Bloods or Crips? You know, one of them. Can we Google it?
We can.
Yeah, what gang was Tekashi 6ix9ine affiliated with? But anyway, he was running around. He was very angry. He was putting hits out on people. He would invite people to suck his penis, suck his dick. You know what I'm saying? That was his whole
it's a
thing.
set of the Bloods.
It's the Bloods. Thank you.
9 trade gangsters.
9 trade gangsters. So he was going around like being very disrespectful to people. Fuck you, suck my dick, and all that because the Treyway gangsters were behind him.
Mm-hmm.
These were really, I know some of them. The people he was hanging with. They were some real motherfuckers. You know, you got people that talk shit, but they were some real, as they say in the streets, some killers, some shooters. So he built his confidence behind them. He kind of thought that he was a shooter, to the tune that he put a hit out on Chief Keef, right? So he was running around. They was bang ganging and talking shit and everything. Then the poet, gang banging, so many different meanings. Gang banging, not the ones that, whatever. But
don't get distracted.
I won't get distracted. So he was running around living this false life of he was a gangster, but he was living it. And the people that like this music, oh, he's so tough, he's so tough. Then as with a lot of hip hop.
Was he really tough?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's tough. But you know, it's one thing like when you put a battery pack on somebody. You know, everybody has a tough exterior. They can say a certain thing. That don't mean they can fight. That don't mean they tough. I was talking to Scarface once, right? And we was talking about Tupac. He said, man, Tupac couldn't fight.
Oh,
He said Tupac couldn't fight. He said, but he would not stop fighting.
Okay.
Like he was like,
good.
Yeah, it was like Tupac was like, this is what Scarface told me. He said Tupac like, if you had beef with him, you would have to fight him for like a month. A month straight, you know what I'm saying? Like he said he couldn't fight, but he wouldn't stop fighting. The motherfucker's like, oh man, I don't got time to be wrestling with this motherfucker all the time. But Tekashi 6ix9ine he was unimpressed. Well, he thought he was a gangster. Long story short, with any people come out like that, if you got guns in your videos, if you're talking about all this killer shit or whatever, all you're doing is making the FBI's investigation a lot easier.
But wasn't that a persona that he put on?
This is the bullshit about this. How shit get fucked up.
Yeah.
It was half persona and it was half reality for him in that moment. You know what I mean? Certain people you've seen motherfuckers. You know what I mean? They be tough as shit when they're around somebody.
Yeah.
They get balls and shit, right? But then when they ain't around that person, it's a whole different motherfucker.
Whole
And I gotta tell you a really quick story about that. When I first moved from DC to Alexandria, Virginia, I met this one of my neighbors, Tony Canteen. He had a birthmark on his nose, right? We called him Burnt Nose. You know, in the hood, whatever fucking is fucked up about you, they gonna call you that. I knew this nigga, he was 6'6", he had a little head, they called him Small Head. And he was a grown-ass man, and he used to get mad, them little kids be like, what's up, Small? He'd be like, my name ain't Small Head. My name is Roger so-and-so. He was like, my name ain't Small Head. But Burnt Nose Tony, he was my friend in the neighborhood, and everybody knew he could fight, right? And I used to hang around, he was a tough guy. Burnt Nose Tony was a tough motherfucker. And I used to hang out when I first moved from Alexandria to DC. From DC to Alexandria. And I remember one day I went to the bus stop. Bus stop, you know, I'm old school. Bus stop, you go to bus stop, that's where you do your fashions. You know, that's where you talk shit. It's everybody kids get there. So, and I had beef with this African dude. Like a Michael Blackson type African nigga, you know. But he was straight from Africa. Yeah, you had that deep ass voice and everything. And I used to crack jokes. Oh, you African motherfucker. How you get over here, nigga? Did you swim? Like this bullshit, right? And then Tony Canty was like, get him. Yeah, get him. I said, nigga, you don't want nothing to me. You don't want nothing to me. Yeah, what, nigga? What you trying to rumble? That's how he said, nigga, you trying to rumble. You don't want nothing to me. And I hit him, right? And he fell back, whatever, right? And
you landed?
Yeah, he landed. Which
we all know.
I hit him, right? And it didn't knock him out or anything, but it was like, oh, everybody's like, oh, shit, right? And they broke it up. But I've noticed that he really wasn't trying to retaliate. Then I didn't take in mind that the dude that could fight that was standing right beside me, right? So he didn't retaliate because he didn't want to have to fight Tony. But I'm in my mode now. I was like, y'all see what I do. I think it was because of me, right? The next day, I went to school, same bus stop, right? And I had a trumpet, right? That was instrument I used to try to play. I had a trumpet, and his name was Quasi. I saw Quasi again, right? And I was like, yeah, nigga, what's up? Right? He was like, oh, you ain't got Tony with you there? I said, I don't need Tony. Yo, this motherfucker beat the shit out of me at that bus stop, son. Hey, yo, this nigga did some African judo on me, son. And this the worst shit. The nigga hit me in my head with my trumpet, right? On the ground, nigga. My head was, the trumpet popped out. Yo, you know how when you see somebody get fucked up on in a cartoon, whatever, stars be going on and shit? Yeah. Man, it was fucking stars everywhere. I got on that bus. The bus going this way. I'm sitting in the bus stop. I'm sitting in the bus the opposite way. I was like, I got my ass whooped fucking with this motherfucker. But that's probably how 6ix9ine was. He was like, he felt better when he was around these guys. Long story short, goddamn, I said that 5 times. I mean, the story, I'm making a short story long. Yes. So FBI, they came after him and his whole crew, and they had him up on all type of charges, racketeering, attempted murder charges, and all this type of shit. And Tekashi 6ix9ine decided that he wasn't going to look to 40 or 50 years. Right. And he snitched. You know what I'm saying? He snitched. And he snitched on niggas that ain't had shit to do with it. You know, I think he said Bobby Brown had something to do with it. Like, this nigga was just snitching on everybody. This motherfucker said more names he just was snitching. And now everybody's like, he's a snitch. And I told people, I was like, man, first of all, he gonna be able to justify his actions because the rumor has it that the people of that group, they were fucking his wife. They tried to kidnap his mom or some shit. They were doing some crazy shit, you know. And people say, well, I wouldn't do no time for somebody else, whatever. But at the same time, Tekashi, you out there putting hits out on motherfuckers. You part of that life, so that part of that life, you know, what the fuck is going on?
Isn't that the basic rule? Like, snitches get stitches? Like,
well, that's the basic rule, but it's been very compromised as of late. Okay. Yeah, like, it's been, that shit is like non-existent, man. That's like, I went to a department store in New York, and I had an issue with customer service, and I asked the lady, I said, what's the #1 rule of customer service? She looked at me and said, I guess that old-fashioned saying. Yo, she said that old-fashioned saying the customer's always right, so I knew I didn't have a problem. That is the #1 rule, but he didn't abide by it, right? And I told people, I said, they were like, yo, they're going to get him when he comes out. It's going to be a wrap. And I said that when he comes out, for that moment, he's going to be the biggest hip-hop star in the world. He did an Instagram live, broke Instagram.
2 million views.
It's 2 million views on Instagram. I think like about 20 million or something on YouTube, 20 million YouTube, and he was back. There's a lot of people like that. Fuck, he's a snitch. There's some people like, what would you do? Those are the white dudes that wear do-rags. What would you do? You know what I mean? Yo, what would you do, man? I love 6ix9ine. Yeah, right. And I called it. And when we did our first episode, I called it. Even our very first episode, one of my good friends, a funny comedian named George Perez, he was upset about it. And I told him that I told him when he comes out or when he's, you know, doing stuff, I was gonna call him back. And I wondered, and this is now George. He got a whole bunch of jobs. Okay. He got jobs and jobs and jobs.
What up, my boy?
What's up, George? What's going on?
Just chilling right here, eating some grilled cheese, doggy.
What kind of cheese? Mexican cheese or what kind of cheese?
Yeah, Mexican cheese. It was like it still got foil on it.
What the fuck is Mexican cheese? What exactly is Mexican cheese? And this, I don't even want to make this racist or anything, but what you just asked me a Mexican question, Javantage on the line. What did you say, Mexican question you asked?
Which one?
Yeah, Mexican cheese.
The last question.
Oh, my last question was, if 6ix9ine wasn't Mexican and if he was black, would he get the same response that he said?
Okay, so I'm going to give you the backstory.
Oh,
George.
Shit, that's a good one.
George, I got to give you the backstory. You remember you called me the first time when we was our first podcast. You was up shit. You was like, yo, that motherfucker Ken, he whatever. We ain't fucking with that shit.
He garbage, dog. He a snitch.
Yeah, but you know, I said it. I called it though. I said the people that really support him, not about that motherfucker street life. So what you're saying is like, and he make the argument that these people that he snitched on, they was fucking his baby mother. They tried to kidnap his family. They was stealing his money. So, do the street code of snitches get stitches still apply when people's violating you like that?
I mean, first of all, dog, it happens to every fucking bud.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the second part is
What
how
part?
gangster
What
are
part?
you?
What part happens to everybody?
You get locked up, and a motherfucker starts boning your baby's mom.
Okay.
Starts boning your lady.
They was fucking his baby mom when he was in the street. They was on tour with him, nigga. They was in the other room. I understand that, nigga. I already know. The minute you get locked up, you be like this, all right, bitch, okay, we ain't gonna be, I get it. I get it. No, they was doing it in these streets, in these same streets where snitches get stitches. They was fucking him. Fucking his baby mama.
He was giving them guest spots on his baby's mama?
Yep. Yes, he was. But so
look, dog, at the end of the day, he's a punk bitch. And this new generation is kind of like, yeah, that's your Instagram gangster right there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because, hey, man, he comes out here, he'll get dealt with.
Yeah, but you know,
and plus, like, wasn't he a blood or a crip or something?
It was a blood. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, dog. Go ahead.
No, but here's the thing: is like I hear you say that, and somebody said he just was in. He first off he denied witness protection. He said I ain't changing my shit or whatever because so the motherfucker's gonna look like 6'9". He had a house in Long Island, New York or something.
The Hamptons.
And somewhere, and it was a house next to him saying, "Oh my God, I just saw 6'9". Then he got to move again. And I understand what you're saying about if he comes out there, but you know that he's going to have the look of security, like the big strong dudes, but the police are his security now.
I know.
They're going to be around. It's like wherever he lives and moves, there's never going to be a place that he's going to live or be in the fucking government does not know where he is.
Mm-hmm. You know, the fucked up part of this, Donnell, is his fans are probably going to get beat up for being his fans, and he's never going to get his shit took to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but go ahead.
If you're walking down the street with a Tekashi 6'9" shirt, or you got some motherfucking Skittles in your hair, or whatever the fuck, I'm smashing your ass. Because to me, you're letting me know I'm backing up a bitch, and what are you gonna do about it?
So
that's how I look at it.
Yo, son, you say if you got colored hair and you look like a bag of Skittles, you fucking them up. So I'm letting you know. You know, gay pride is coming to LA soon, right? So you're gonna blow your arm out trying to fuck with everybody that has different color hair and Skittles, bruh.
Yeah, but looking like him, you know, like, hey man, hey dog, that shit kills me knowing this motherfucker's Mexican.
Yo, and
he has my blood in him.
And I was talking about Mexicans earlier today. No disrespect, I'm talking about how hard they work. And I've heard of during this pandemic and everything, I've heard of a lot of people complaining about what's going on. What I haven't heard with any Mexicans really complaining about what the fuck is going on now.
Nah, because we still got to go to work.
Right, son. And where's work? Yo, is this? Yo, all right.
Hey, did you know that?
Hey, listen, George. Listen, I know. It's like we used to, we'll say work. You ain't talking about Home Depot because we had a big argument about that.
No, dog. It's like real work. Like, yo, homie, I'm working right now. My friend owns a company where we clean offices.
Right.
And I'm doing that shit now because I got to work. I'm a worker. You know what I mean?
Right. So it never, and I know, you know, a lot of your income, whatever, you was doing stand-up regularly, whatever. So when this pandemic hit us, so you had to have a whole different strategy on getting money, right?
Straight up. Because, like, you know, I'm not going to lie, dog. The strippers were like, yo, if you want,
what?
You could pimp me.
Wait a minute.
Were like,
so, wait a minute. You was working in the strip club?
No, I was working at the strip club right before. That's my part-time job in the daytime. So I was at the strip club.
Right.
And, like, they shut us down. The police came in there with guns and shit and shut us down.
What them bitches doing now? They all on fans only now, right?
No, they're, like, they start their own shit. Like, see, their fans, not their fans, I always call them fans. Their customers, they got these fools on Instagram, Snapchat, Cash App, but they just meet up with these fools and probably bone them for money.
So they
prostituting.
What?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dog. This shit is real.
So stripping bitches is not fucking adhering to social distancing. Can you have a social distance hole? You can't.
Not,
Can you?
not,
No.
to them, it's social dickness.
Social dickness.
Yeah, they don't do the distance.
No, I think that's when, I guess what we're saying is when people run the risk of penetrating a vagina during a pandemic is social dixoness. What was the word? Social dixoness? Social
Nah,
dixoness.
dog. Hey, and they've hit me up, dog. They're like, yo, man, what's up? You got all these comedians that are rich friends and shit. Tell these fools we'll break them off. They break us off.
Right.
And I'm like, that's not my world, you know? I can't be no fucking pimp.
Mm.
I don't know, son. Time's about to get hard. I got 3 more months, son. And Javante, you getting on them tracks? No, I'm joking.
Never.
I know. I couldn't even pimp Javante. We had her on Cash App. She made $12 in 2 weeks.
No way.
They be like, yo, I feel so bad. Drop her Cash App right now, son. She said, fuck you. Nah, I'm good. They good. I'm good. Yo, 2 weeks, son. She made $12 on Cash App.
I made $50 today.
Okay, bong bong. Chicken.
Okay.
Let's drop a bomb on that shit. She made $50 in a week. What average is that? People in Africa get more money for fucking food than she gets for shaking it. So your disruptive strategies, you're doing a different job that you wouldn't normally do, but you're not complaining about it, and you're doing something fucking different, and you making money.
Yeah, plus I'm getting new material, dog. It's like, I'm not an immigrant. I was born here. My dad was born here. My grandpa was, but there was still Mexican culture in our house.
Right.
And now I'm working with OGs again, dog. It's a trip, dog.
Yo,
it's a trip.
You know what? This is another thing that people don't understand about, and this is what I was talking about as far as people like, you can't open the country up. You can't open the country up.
No.
You can't. This is what they say. Now, let me tell you this, George. Everybody's making the argument, you can't open the country up. I was like, you can't get careless and open the country up. But you have to open the country up because if you think about minimum wage, like $8 or whatever, right? Or I'll say $8.
No, it's 11 now.
11. It's 11. Okay, whatever it is, it's 11, or it says 11, says $15, right? And you got somebody that had a criminal mind, right? They did a bid, they came home, they got this job that's solid. It ain't the greatest job, but it's solid. They getting benefits, they making a fair wage. And they don't have to deal with the fact of what they're doing could cost them to be away from their family and be locked up again. Now, you take that person right there, and there's a lot of people in America like that. You take that person and that's willing to work, that's healthy, but you say, you can't work. And they already had on the inside, they have a criminal mind. Now, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? They're going to be like, yo, what's the most thing niggas is locked up for? First thing they say, what was you doing this for? I had to feed my family. So what happens when you have to feed your family and you don't have the opportunity?
You gotta fucking start pimping, get some credit cards, do the credit card fraud.
Nigga, how much crime do you know, son? He said the credit card scam.
Yeah, all the hey, like when I was locked up with this fool that had the best scam. You know those Coinstar machines?
Yeah.
Well, you know how like when you put your coins in, a ribbon will print out like
how much money? Yeah.
This fool went in there and stole the ribbon, and then just went home and found the program and just started printing up that you turned all these coins in.
Yo, my question is, I know this is gonna be that. Was he Mexican?
Of course.
When I tell y'all motherfuckers know how to work, I'm talking about they know how to fucking work. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all don't want to hear this. I can't do this promotion, but this is commercial. And it goes like this. That's right. Sometimes when you're dealing with a goddamn pandemic and you're dealing with disruptive strategy, you got to hustle. And anybody knows a hustle is George Perez. He's on the line right now, and he just gave me information that niggas are stealing the ribbons out the Coinstar machines. And I asked him, and I didn't want to be racist, but he said there is Mexican. I said, bam, 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 bam.
How much did he make?
How much did he make, George?
He finally got in trouble. Well, he made $1 million off of that. Then he got greedy. Because he would dress up like if he was fixing the machine.
Right.
So then he went to local casinos where he lived, and he started taking the ribbons out of out of their slot machines, and that's how he got caught.
Greed is what got him caught. He could have did 2 machines.
Straight up.
That's the whole thing. It's so funny when you get used to get money so easy and so fast. That's what like the fucking demise of a lot of drug dealers and shit. They get addicted to the hustle. They get addicted to it flipping that hard. You know what are fucking drug dealers doing right now? Doing disruptive strategy. Niggas is probably
I don't know, but like I heard cocaine's like $90 a gram now because they shut the border, dog. So how the fuck is anything gonna get through? Everything went up. It's a trip.
Oh, George, I'm gonna.
Tax.
Hey, George, I'm gonna wrap this up, but I had to ask you a question, right? We was talking about the job of a coyote. What is it?
Coyote.
Yep.
Coyote, right?
Coyote.
I was
Mexican
down in,
travel agent.
where was I at? I was down there, McAllen, Texas, right? Nigga, I did not know I was that close to Mexico.
Dog, it's close as fuck. I've been there, dog.
Nigga, I went to there. I said, "Where's Mexico?" This nigga said, "It's right there." Yo. I was like, right there, where is it? Right there, nigga. I'm just looking like it's some coyotes going with some binoculars and shit, right? So my question is, son, we just talking about how some people, well, one of the guys we know, his mom came through a coyote, and we estimated the price in the late 90s was probably like $3,000 a man. What would you
my
think?
dad was a coyote, dog.
Yeah?
Yeah, my dad had 4 families, so he had 16 kids.
Oh,
we were the last of his
so
family.
he was hiding his family from his other family, from his other family, from his other family. That's how you be a coyote, nigga. When you gotta hide family members, you like this, man, you should take this to the next level, bro.
Nah, dog, he did it smoother. So back in the 80s and 90s, you didn't have to have ID. All you needed was birth certificate.
Right.
So he would get all the birth certificate of all his kids and then go to Mexico and bring 15 people back legally.
Legal? He was doing it the legal way.
No, but it was illegal. But to them, it was like, oh, these folks have birth certificates, go ahead, pass through.
So what was the price? One person. What's the price?
I would say back in 1990, it was anywhere between $3,000 to $6,000. It matters where you're going, where you're going to get dropped off, because sometimes they just pass the border and kick you out the fucking car.
That's what I'm saying.
You would get,
good.
Or you would get a ride to L.A. to a family member. And then if motherfuckers didn't pay, they just took you to the crib and left you there until someone paid and picked you up.
And did they pay? Was it like this, like a show deposit? You get half up front, and then if I make it, the other half.
No, it's true. It's true. Yeah.
Yo, you get half, and then when you come through, you get the other. You get the other half. They get the other half.
Yep. And my dad was smooth. Like he would tell me, get all your brother's clothes. And I would dress all the other immigrants in like Nike, Adidas, Gas. Like they would be dressed in clothes that's fashion now in America, so it's easy to cross.
Oh, so if you look fly, then it was easy. Look, if you look, that's the Coyote Jones. Listen, if you look fly, I can get you by. And they did. And
welcome to the motherland.
And this is the thing, though, George. The funny thing about, not the funny thing about it, but the crazy thing about it, motherfuckers did all of that, right? 3,000 to 7,000 per person, right?
Yeah.
And they did that, and then the niggas went to Home Depot. Cause you gotta work that 3,000 off, son. Yo, man, I love you, man. I appreciate your insight, man. I already know you. I know you're tough, you're resilient, and I know you're gonna get past this. I appreciate you, man, and I'm gonna talk to you soon, son.
Sure. Thanks for always checking up on me, my boy.
Hey, yo, what's your Instagram again?
George P. Comedy.
George P. Comedy. I wanna look over this. That's right. If you're trying to get to America, you know the prices were $3,000 a pop back in the 90s, but we can get you 2 Mexicans for the price of one over for $3,000. This is Donnell Rawlings. George, I want to thank you for tuning in and calling in, brother. Peace.
Thank you, my boy.
My mate. Yep. I told you I had Mexican friends, and it was he had a Mexican friend with a Mexican story. Like I don't know about the nobody knows about the stitches get stitches rule anymore.
On Instagram, it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist with those kids. It does not exist anymore.
You don't think he's gonna catch it? You don't think something bad's gonna happen to him?
No, I don't think nothing.
It's like a piece of fake drug.
I mean, he put people away though, for real. Right?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it's not like. First off, those areas that he used to hang out, he's never going to go to them again.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
He's never going to do that. He's probably never going to be without security.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you pay somebody, and he'll make enough money to pay somebody to protect him or whatever. I don't think he's going to ever be in a situation where people could get to him like
But
that.
what is his fan base anyway? Like who?
What is his fan base? It's the motherfuckers that be.
Are they like the white children?
It's
White
like it's a
Hype beast.
It's,
shit, right?
I think it is. I think it's like millennials is getting older now.
Yeah.
Whatever the
I'm a
joint,
millennial.
yeah, whatever the joint is under millennials. That I think it's those kids that believe in the troll stuff. They believe in what people say on the internet. That establishes their personality, everything. They get caught up in the words and how he act. They know it's an act, but they get caught up into it. And those people, they I won't say, I want to say everybody loves them, but the rationale he gave on why he snitched can make sense to a lot of people. It could make, because if he posed a question, what would you do? Like when he went live, he was like, yo, you was fucking my baby mother, all this type of shit. He said it real. We know he not gangster, but he had that tone. That's the tone they fell in love with him about. And they was like that. It made people think, yeah, maybe he's right. I'm not saying he's going to dismiss snitches and get stitched or whatever, but there's a lot of people, in the case of Tekashi 6ix9ine, that feel like that he was justified with that. You know, that's, but
outside of niggas on the street.
yeah, man, but I don't even want,
He's not going anywhere near the streets though, because he's got money. So the numbers also kind of help his case, because especially like how we're living now with social media and stuff, it's like, oh, that's whack. Yeah, but it gets 2 million views on Instagram. That's kind of the vibe, right?
Yeah, well, that's
not
100%.
for me, but
No, it's that. No, that's like that. The vibe is when you're doing business. To be quite honest, record labels and shit, they don't give a fuck about the beefs. They don't give a fuck about anything. They don't even give. To be quite honest, they don't even give a fuck about your death.
True.
Because they know in certain cases, there was some question about Suge Knight and a whole bunch of other stuff. They know that in your death, they could make money.
right.
And that's probably the reason why the guys that he snitched on, whatever, they had all this shit. They bad contract, bad deal, so they probably had the rights to his shit. So if they offed him, they was gonna get paid anyway.
Right.
They don't care about that. It's all about numbers. That's the sad thing about it. It's all about numbers, and people are thirsty. I need these viewers. I need these viewers. When you look at anything, I'm guilty of it. If I go through a comment and shit, and I say somebody say something nasty and shit, I know I'm petty, but I'm like this. Man, that was some cold shit. How many followers they got? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, man.
Damn.
This motherfucker just did a good-ass roast. He only got 10 people following him. I'm like, man, I don't have time for that. I won't even acknowledge you. But let a motherfucker with a blue check hit your shit, right? He'd be like, oh, I got to respond to that. It got a fucking blue check. But Tekashi, the most interesting thing about the whole thing for me is that Charlamagne the God on the Breakfast, I ain't even gonna go crazy with this. He said, but it's so old. He said, if Tekashi 6ix9ine beat his case, he said he'd suck his.
Oh yeah, he did say that.
And
But he didn't beat the case though.
He didn't beat the case, right? And a lot of people but see, this is the funny thing, and that's what Charlamagne said, right? And this is the funny thing about that. This is the funny thing about that to me. He said, if Tekashi 6ix9ine, this is what he says, Tekashi 6ix9ine beat that case, I'll suck his dick. He went crazy, right? And everybody's like, that's funny. She was like, yeah, right. Right. And everybody's like this. But here's the argument. This is the argument I don't ever want to argue with a motherfucker with, Derek. If some motherfucker come up to me and say, yo, I would ever want to be in this situation, yo, you owe me a dick suck, son. Listen, this is the part the streets have, problem the streets have. You know, this is the problem the streets have. You don't want that, yo, you owe me a dick suck. And then you like this, you got to be like this. Hold on. Why I owe you a dick suck? Why I owe you some doobie head? You owe me some doobie head. Hold on. Why I owe you some doobie head? And then this is the next part. Because you said, if I beat that charge, son, you was going to suck my dick. You said that. But hold on. I said that, but you didn't beat the charge.
He still wanted to.
Yeah, right, but you didn't beat the charge. Yeah, but that's not how it went. My problem is, there's a lot of things I will bet a nigga.
Right.
You know, you on my son life.
Mm-hmm.
You will say a lot of things on my mama, on everything. I bet you $1 million or whatever. I am never going to be that confident in my odds that I'll be like, you know what? I'm so sure of this. I'm going to tell another grown man that in the event that you win this wager, I'm going to suck your dick. It's never going to happen. And that's where I have that issue. Times are hard now. Times are so hard. Disruptive strategy. And I know people saying, damn, motherfucker, you've been on disruptive strategy forever. And the reason why I have, the same reason why I was talking about the Mexicans. Because in hard times, you got to make a way. Mm-hmm. You got to figure something out. Mm-hmm. And everybody's like, Donnell, you always be trying to act like you're smart. I ain't trying to act like I'm smart. I know smart people. In fact, I want to, hopefully, last week I was telling y'all, there's a young woman I know, a woman.
Hey, Donnell.
Hey, hello.
Hey, just 1 second. Just 1 second. Let me end this call. Hold on, okay?
So you got me on hold? No, I'm just saying. I just want to know. I'm just a hold. I know you're a professor. You got your hold. I don't have to talk to an assistant or anything. I'll just hold on, right?
No, just hold the line for 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Sarah, let me tell you background. Sarah Rex. Sarah Rex is married to a very good friend of mine, comedian T Rex, funny comedian, and his wife is incredible. They've been married forever. They're like
Donnell.
Yes.
Hey.
Okay, I was just giving them the background of you.
Hey, Sarah. It's Javanta.
Hey, how are you, Javanta? I'm doing well.
First off, Sarah, why is there a noticeable difference in your tone when you talk about Javanta and when you talk to me? I'm just curious, and I'm not trying to start anything. A noticeable difference.
Okay, so she delights me. Not that you don't, but, I just haven't heard from her in a long time. And the last time we connected, we had some great dinner. We were doing this big project for some kids at Microsoft. So, that's just how I remember her.
Okay, Sarah, do you remember the hair? Do you remember the hairstyle she had when you guys were having this great time?
Do I remember her hairstyle? It was long.
It was long. The reason why I asked that because she has certain hairstyles where she's very stank.
Don't believe him.
She's very what?
She's very stank, Sarah.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine that.
Yeah, I can imagine that. And this usually happens when she gets a Dominican blowout. It's, Sarah, am I lying? A woman's attitude and their confidence is on a whole different level when they get a Dominican, right?
It shifts. Right. It makes you pivot. It makes you change your whole demeanor for sure.
Exactly.
Okay, and I was explaining the relationship I had with your husband I've known for years, but through that time, I've got to know you for years and come to find out, well, not find out, but I know that you are, what in the streets, I would say a boss bitch. You know what I'm saying? Some people say that's very offensive, and I say that because of the things that you've done in your career. You started a nonprofit called Speak to Win. And I was on that board, and I never showed up for a meeting, so I'm not on the board anymore, right?
But it wasn't that you didn't show up. You didn't show up for a meeting, absolutely. But you showed up in sponsorship and championship, so that matters. It does.
Yes, and also you're head of. I know you work with Kaiser Permanente. Exactly. What is your position at Kaiser Permanente?
I am an executive strategist.
An executive.
For Kaiser Permanente.
Executive strategist. Not to be confused with a hood strategist.
Well, I mean, all strategies emanate from somewhere. They do.
Yeah, but
no, I'm not a hood strategist per se. I'm an executive strategist, an executive coach for in healthcare, and then through my other sort of executive coaching, I'm a chief operating officer for a wealth management
Look at
company.
God. Y'all
so
see that?
Multiple roles.
Look, I'm not even used to that so much. I'm trying to remember in my head. I want to say, y'all hear that? Chief operating manager. Yeah. What is the acronym for that, Sarah?
For a COO? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, Chief Operating Manager. No. See, what is that? What's the acronym?
Oh, Chief Operating Officer.
Okay.
COO.
Yeah, she's a Chief Operating Officer. In fact, whenever I have one of my harebrained ideas, and I know chief strategist. I just want to let y'all know. Not this nigga Pookie from the hood there. Who told you should start this business? My man's is in there. That don't.
Right.
My man's. No.
I think we should all be starting businesses, especially now, for sure.
Okay. When I talk to you so often and you inspire me, you help me be able to communicate with people in different ways. And you everybody's like, he's been talking about this forever. You brought up a word, disruptive strategy, right?
Yeah.
And I was trying my way, the street way of explaining disruptive strategy. Now, my term, and I need you to help, kind of like translate this. My idea was like, yo, shit kind of fucked up right now. I got to get it popping, nigga, because my family got to eat. How does that translate? What?
Okay. Well, in essence, yeah, exactly. I mean, when things set you back, you have to get back. This is the time, for you to be reflecting on what it is that you need to do, your responsibilities. But from a strategic perspective, you need to reflect. You need to figure out if you're going to ride it out or you're going to restore, or what's next, how you're going to regain sort of pole position. So, you need to always have that forward thought in mind. You can't let the setback set you back. You got to let the setback be what gets you back. So, in terms of disruption, that's the best time for you to actually be exploring innovation and the things that you've always wanted to do. Innovation, right?
Innovation?
So, yeah, innovation.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. So that, it's just like, so I grew up poor too. I grew up poor and on welfare in Philly. So I'm no stranger to hood talk, if that's what you want to call it. I just think what we have, the way we talk is intrinsic. It's always going to be a product of your background. And
wait a minute. I'm Googling intrinsic real quick. No, but go ahead. I'll come back with that. No, I'm just joking. Go ahead.
You're stupid. But it's always going to be a product of that. But so, like, when I grew up, you would say, what do I mean by disruptive and innovation? It's like, how do you make $1 out of 15 cents?
There you go.
Right? I'm sure we've all heard that.
Right.
Right? And so that's what it really is. It's like you got to sit down, think about what's in your toolkit. What are you good at? What are you passionate for? Even if you don't have the means for it, right? You just got to figure out, okay, if this is what I want to do, and now the world says I can't go out here and make this money, or I can't go do something in a traditional way, does that mean you then just go in the corner and you die? No. That's the time you're supposed to reflect, think about what's in your toolkit, and then start building a plan for it. And thinking about something is good.
I got a question.
But what's the actions you're going to take?
So is that trait something you think you could teach somebody, or is just a certain individual, or you have to be born that way?
No, everything can be learned as far as I'm concerned. You just got to be willing to invest in it, right? We give up on ourselves. But no, I think, so certain of us have, hustle. Certain of us have different drives. We're all intelligent.
These bitches, sir, these bitches ain't hustling no more. They going straight from fans only page, and what we just heard is that they just pulling up and smashing dudes. I don't know if they got that same hustle. They said,
what?
Yo, that's a long story. I'm sorry. I'm such a long story, but everybody don't got that hustle. They throwing the towel in.
Well, they throwing the towel in because they used to a handout. So that's the difference.
Right.
That's the difference. But when you it's like this. There's a fight-flight mechanism. There's a retreat mechanism. So not everybody's going to come out swinging.
Right.
Not everybody's going to do that. Right? Some people are going to flee. Some people are going to retreat. Some people are going to go stop and think. So all of those mechanisms, you got to know that about yourself. But knowing that about yourself, then starting to get a plan. For those of us who are out here bashing folks up upside the head, come on, that's not helping us as a culture, as a community. And it gets you fed for the minute, but it won't feed you for a lifetime.
We just talked about that, sir. I just talked about how you have people out here that had like a job that was making a fair wage, right?
Right.
And they maybe come from a criminal background, right? But the thing that kept them away from going back to prison is the fact that they got a family to think about now. And they have this job to give their benefits and give them enough money to make it from paycheck to paycheck. But then when you have them on lockdown, and these people that are healthy, that can work, they can't work, then those people regress and they want to go back and they start having a criminal mind again. How do you keep a person in its most strategic way? How do you keep a person from not backtracking and going back to the life? of being of having the criminal mindset when they had it there and they can't do anything about it now?
Well, I mean, mindset is important. I mean, that's an important word that you're using, mindset. So, criminal mindset versus, in terms of being a criminal, that's a hard issue, right? That's a hard issue. If your back is up against the wall, the tendencies that you evoke are always going to be in you, whether or not you're going to. So it's just like a person that is intentional with bad intentions is called manipulative, right?
Oh my God, I be hearing that shit in my goddamn relationship. Yo, what strategy? Get me out of that. Give me a strategy. Yo.
No, I'm just saying.
Sarah, I need a strategy.
About...
I need a strategy. Sarah, okay, I know you talking serious, but can you just give me a strategy where I won't be called manipulative no more?
Well, just make sure your intentions are positive.
They always positive.
Say it again, Sarah. Say it again.
Make sure your intentions are positive and state your intentions so people won't think you're trying to get them.
Yeah, but then when you do your intentions too much, then you get manipulative, you get narcissistic, monogamy, all of them
No,
shits.
okay, you know I'm going to always speak truth to you. I don't think that when you declare your intentions without trying to one-up, because that's the other thing. I can state my intentions. My intention is...
I just took talent and still manipulative.
Right.
I said stop. Go ahead.
But I'm just saying. That's
I
the
just
best
wanted
way
to stop, Sarah. Go ahead, Sarah. I'm sorry.
Javanta, can you work with him on a daily basis as the extension of a coach to make sure that he declares his intentions? So when he starts having a conversation, stop him for a second and say, Donnell, please declare your intentions. What are the outcomes you expect of this conversation?
I would love to do that, and yes, I will.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
Right.
Okay.
And then once he starts declaring his outcomes...
I wish you would try to get me to declare my intentions every time. I wish the fuck you would. Intentions. Go ahead, Sarah. All right.
Right. I'm just saying. I am just saying. So going back to the criminal mindset, it really is a positive or a growth mindset, or it's an impoverished mindset. So depending on which mindset you have and the tools, because like you could grow up in the hood and that doesn't mean that you're a criminal if you're a hustler and that you're about your business, right? That it doesn't. So if I got a family that I'm going to feed, I'm going to go to the drawing board. I'm going to figure out, look, well, okay, when I was poor, I had to walk 1,000,000 miles to go get my food. I had to use food stamps and I had to do X, Y, and Z. And it was all straight on the up and up. But at the end of the day, it's like my heart is not going to lead me to go criminalize somebody in my community just so I can eat. So I don't think that people are falling back on a criminal mindset. I think people
But you know what that reminds me of, Sarah?
I don't think they're investing in what they could be. I don't think they're aspiring to their greatness. That's just a cop-out.
And then since we're reflecting on mindset, I just want to say, my mind's telling me no, but my body, my strategist is telling me
let me
yeah.
tell you, when your mind is telling, right, but when your body is saying something different, your body is being hedonistic. There's 3 brains in one.
Oh, I know one brain.
Right, yeah, and that's the dog brain. That's the hedonistic brain. That's the animalistic brain.
That's the brain.
Right?
That's the brain that I use to get me I'm always in trouble with.
Yes, but I need you to elevate, and we've talked about elevation for a while. I need you to rise to the highest part of your brain.
I'm about to elevate as soon as we get up.
Cortex.
Girl, let me tell you one.
Your brain.
Let me tell you one thing. I'm gonna tell you
what.
When it comes to elevation, you tell me that, you preach that to me all the time. When I get off this goddamn phone right now, I'm gonna elevate.
You need to elevate.
But I'm gonna elevate. But I'm gonna have some assistance. It's gonna be a hybrid on the sativa side. But I'm gonna elevate.
Okay.
But Sarah,
to be a strategist, though, you're gonna have to elevate. You can't always function in the emotional cortex of your brain.
Oh no,
right?
I don't use him. Do I have emotions? Am I emotional, dearie? Do I? Javanta.
What? Emotional?
Javanta, I work off my emotions?
No. Never.
No. Sarah, I don't believe they're trying to say I'm emotional. I'm emotional.
Well, okay, it's not emotional. You are at least expressive.
Expressive. I'm an expressive, emotional nigga. That's who I am. Hey, Sarah, I'm telling you, I love you so much. I support everything you do. And we were talking about different people that work, and we were talking about people that deal with disruptive strategy, right? And we were talking about a group of people that, I need your honest opinion. People, hold on, let me get the right thing. Nope, that's not, hold on. Nope, I don't want that. I'm rich. Nope. Sarah, I'm rich. No, stop that. We're in the pandemic. No, listen, Sarah. So, I was asking a question if it was a group of people that you know always like to work, and they work all the time.
Right.
Under any circumstance. Rain, snow, sleet, or hell. They don't complain about the job, they'll just fucking do it. All they want to do is make an honest living. Sarah.
Right.
I'm going to give you 3 choices. Who would that person be? Would it be A, a Puerto Rican, B, an Indian, or C, a Mexican?
Is this a real question?
Sarah, I'll repeat the question. If you had to pick someone that you knew loves to work, they don't care what the job is. They want to build for their family. It's not about them anymore. It's about giving their family a different opportunity.
Can we take the race and classism? I mean, can we take that part out of it?
I can't. You don't even have to say it. Just pick a letter. Okay.
Because I will break down to you, as you know.
Sarah, I don't want it to be broke down, Sarah. Just pick a goddamn
letter. I cannot go on record. You know I cannot go on record.
Okay,
and
Sarah.
Answer that question.
I know you can't answer that question, Sarah. I say, Sarah, you can't answer that question. But if you had a sofa in your house and you needed to get it out in the day, you want to do one stop, where you going? Home Depot. Sarah, no you can't, because you're a strategist, Sarah. I know you can't answer this goddamn question, Sarah. But you know you can't answer the question, Sarah. But you know if I'll say if a person was out there that's looking for
I'm gonna say here's how I'm gonna say it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say that here's what I'll say. I know that the people that hustle hard, that are consistent, have motivations. They have drivers. Their families.
Who are they? Who are they, Sarah? Sarah, listen, Sarah.
What?
I know you're my damn strategist, okay? I know what the characteristics. I know what the traits. Right. I know you're a 6-figure corporate person. But if you need your sofa moved, who are you gonna call? A Mexican?
I'm going to call the person that I'm going to have the greatest access to. How about that?
Guess what? Sarah, I know where you live. Guess what? Sarah?
How about that?
Sarah?
How about I say that?
Sarah.
I'm going to call the person I have the greatest
access to. Sarah, I know where you live. You live in the suburbs. And guess what's in suburbs? Home Depots!
Javanta.
Yes.
Can you get your boy? Can you get your boy?
I'm going to elevate. I'm going to elevate.
I'll work on him, though, Sarah.
Guess what, Sarah? You know what? You gave me some good advice. You said help elevate. But you know what? If I'm going to elevate and I need to go to the top, I'm going to go to the top with the help from a Mexican.
It depends on what you're trying to get done.
That sofa. Elevate.
Well, if you're trying to get a sofa and you're trying to go to people that, that you had the greatest access to, that's all I can really say.
Okay.
Because I'm going to tell you what, hard workers to me, I have a whole team of people who work for me in India. And I can call them 24/7.
Yeah.
So
yes, Sarah.
It all depends on
Sarah,
your perspective.
Sarah, okay, that's your perspective.
And what you need done.
I know what you need done, Sarah. Those people are in India, right, Sarah? Those people that you can call, you have access to, they're in India, right? But if you got to move that goddamn couch, you need to go to Home Depot. Hey, I love you. I'll call you back. I'm about to elevate,
right,
okay?
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Mexicans!
Bye.
So, the moral of this story is that anything in life, you got to work hard for it. We made fun. I made fun of the Mexicans. I love the Mexicans. I kicked with this Mexican. This is the last thing I'm going to say, and I know this is going to be offensive, not to the Mexican women, right? A Mexican woman told me one time, she said, you should date a Mexican chick. I said, why? She said, because we cook, we clean, and she said, we got good pussy. And I'll just tell you guys this. She never cooked for me. I never saw her crib looked. But she was right! It's the Donnell Rawlings Show. We want to thank you guys for listening. Sometimes we get a little off topic. Sometimes we make fun of immigrants. Sometimes we make fun of Javanta's stank face. And she said, Donnell, you know what? We got to wrap this podcast up because the food is here. We want to stop. We want to thank Telet Cameras. We want to thank Canon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Canons. We don't have enough money to pay for our own cameras, so they let us borrow them. And we didn't lose them yet. Make sure you get the Ashley Larry Black Ash Candle. We'll see you next week. The Donnell Rawlings Show. And remember, a joke could be too soon, but it never could be too soon for a funny observation. Let's have lunch.
All the way live and ain't no jive. We doing this for you, and you too. And so y'all, look here, put your antennas on. Y'all listen to all this stuff going on out here. Hey, look here, don't be fooled by the government. Don't let the government like monopolize your mind and have you turn against your next door neighbor. Cause he done tricked you believing that they sick and shit, but that's the motherfucker that's sick that's telling you that they sick. So if you can keep up with that sick shit, see how I said it? You better like go in there and decipher and see what I said.
Yes, sir.
But like I don't go back and repeat myself.
Nah, and your words stick, bro.
Yeah, and then see if you ain't sharp enough to catch it the first time, then well you don't need to be in this audience then, cause like you need to go back to school some motherfucking where they can teach you how to keep up with stuff like that.
Exactly.
Cause when they go and see, you have to talk between the lines, over the lines, and under the lines.
And don't nobody speak the lines better than get right.
And then that's what I be trying to do, man. Like, and see, like. They gonna come out here and tag these goddamn cars out here. See these ghost riders out here.
Right.
They be flipping the ghost rider. Watch what I tell you.
I got
later, the police gonna come out here and start putting tickets on these motherfuckers. Cause they all be trying to keep up with the get right. But they don't want to get right. Help get right.
Oh, we want to help you get right. Everybody talking about
I'm talking about these politicians.
There you
and
go.
all these policemen and shit. See, all these motherfuckers, this shit belong to the bus drivers and the police.
Right.
And they out flipping, they out doing this, that, and they don't think we know. But I ain't gonna say it though. But they see, when I went to school in Mississippi, they had a thing say who is who, who's who. Now I come out here and they say which is which.
Right.
Big difference. Look at those words right there.
Who is who and which is which?
Yeah, which they witch hunting out here.
Oh, they witch hunting on them.
Witchcraft.
Yo,
that type of shit.
Man, don't nobody flip.
And then like that who's who. You see where we get it from. I can tell who is who.
Right.
Like they can go in that store right there, come back and go back. Yeah, so man, that motherfucker that just went back in there.
Right.
That's who is who.
There it is.
See, if you can identify a motherfucker, like you know who is who.
There it is.
They taught us that in school. And like, look, I went through school in 3 years. They normally 4.
Right.
I had to get up out of there, man. Look y'all holding me back up at this motherfucker.
I got things to do.
I got things to go. I want to go to the army or some motherfucking way. That's what I did.
Yes,
at
sir.
17 years old.
I went in when I was 17, United States Air Force.
I was in the United States Army, 05 F-20, radio teletype operator.
AFS, my 81152, I was a police, but I was a police, I was the worst police ever. I did one arrest a year.
Look at, MP. Y'all was
yes,
MP,
sir.
military police.
Right.
Hey, look at, but they teach you a lot of shit in the military, though.
Yep.
One thing they taught me, though, how to survive. We repeating history right now.
Yeah.
History is being repeated, but they think I'm Malcolm X or Martin Luther King, and they think they're gonna kill me. No,
They gonna do it.
Never happen.
Never happen.
I see it coming.
Right.
See, I dodged that bullet. It ain't
Right.
fast enough. That motherfucker bullet ain't shoot that way. He ain't fast enough.
Another quick question. Mike Tyson, I know you're a boxing enthusiast. Mike Tyson is back in the gym. He looks better than ever. He's 50 or 51 years old.
All right, just keep knocking motherfuckers out. Don't bite him. Don't bite him like a dog. Don't bite him. Just beat his ass.
Just beat him. Don't bite him.
Beat his ass. Don't bite him, Mike. Hey, you got my support, Mike. I ain't lying.